And this is not about criminalising people.
It's not about criminalising people. How are people going to be treated if they do get fed up with their kid when they're throwing the lunch at them for the third time and they just give them a slap on the wrist and they're taken to court and they're prosecuted? In what sense is that not about criminalising people?
Well, the evidence suggests that
No,
there's
hang on. Sorry.
Sorry.
Just let Rhona Mackay answer that.
Well, I think that's, quite an extreme and absurd example of what we're talking about here.
Well,
that's not what's going to happen.
That's exactly the relevant situation.
Not at all.
So if you do bring in an outright ban and someone does smack their child on the back of their legs, Rhona Mackay, what is the sanction? What will happen?
Well, currently, if you see someone smacking their child, say, in the street, and it's quite disturbing to you, few people would go over and intervene because they would be thought of as being a busybody. Whereas if there is a law in place which says, well, actually, you can't do that, that's illegal, people will be much more likely to try and go over and say, is that reasonable? But it's not even about that. It's just about.
And then what would happen? Sorry, to follow it through to its logical conclusion. Then what would happen to that parent?
Well, it depends. I mean, it absolutely depends. It would obviously, if it was serious enough, it would go to the Procurator Fiscal and they would take the decision about whether it would be charged or not.
Serious enough. Now, that is interesting because if it's an outright ban, then presumably it's not about the level of seriousness, is it?
No, it's not.
Correct.
And it's not about the level of seriousness, but...
So you're turning that parent into a criminal. And then possibly there'll be criminal proceedings and the child might be taken away from them. The named person will be poised to pounce against this violent parent, this parent who's assaulted their child, and that could be very detrimental for the parent and the child.
I think that's a complete distortion of what we're talking about.
All right, we're going to leave it there. But thank you so much. I appreciate your time, all of you. Rhona Mackay from the SNP, Mary Glasgow from the charity Children First, and Richard Lucas from the newly formed Scottish Family Party.